friends. So today I thought I would read to you one of my favorites. It's called The Kitten Who Thought He Was a Mouse. And this story is written by Miriam Norton and illustrated by Garth Williams. Garth Williams is one of my favorite illustrators. Illustrator means that he drew the pictures. Now for this story today, I was looking at the little cat in the picture. So I thought I would bring a special guest today. So Virginia is with me today, and she's holding our kitty, Scout. Now we have two kitties. We have Scout and we have Teddy. And I thought Scout kind of looks like the kitty in this story. So I thought while I read this story, we would have Scout and Virginia join us. Now, are you ready? Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. Scout, are you ready? He looks very tired.
I am.
The Kitten Who Thought He Was a Mouse. Here we go. I love the illustration, so I'm going to show you as we go. See the little kitten poking through the hole? There were 5 Migsies, Mother and Father Miggs, and Lester and 2 sisters. Cute little mouse family. They had, as field mice usually do, an outdoor nest for summer in an empty lot and an indoor nest for winter in a nearby house. They were very surprised one summer day to find a strange bundle in their nest. A small gray and black bundle of fur and ears and legs with eyes not yet open. They knew by its mewing that the bundle must be a kitten, a lost kitten with no family and no name. Poor kitty, said the sisters. Let him stay with us, said Lester. But a cat, said Mother Miggs. Why not, said Father Miggs. We can bring him up to be a good mouse. He need never find out he's really a cat. You'll see he'll be a good thing for this family. Let's call him Mickey, said Lester. And that's how Mickey Miggs found his new family and name. After his eyes opened, he began to grow up just as mice do, eating all kinds of seeds and bugs and drinking from puddles and sleeping in a cozy pile of brother and sister mice. That does look very cozy. Father Miggs showed him his first tomcat at a safe distance and warned him to keep away from all cats and dogs and people. Mickey saw his first mousetrap, the most dangerous thing of all, said Mother Miggs, when they moved to the indoor nest that fall. Kitty's falling asleep. He was too clumsy to steal bait from traps himself, so Lester and the sisters had to share with him what they stole. But Mickey was useful in fooling the household cat Hazel. He practiced up on meowing, for usually, of course, he squeaked and became clever at what he thought was imitating a cat. He would hide in a dark corner and then, meow, meow, he'd cry. Hazel would poke around, leaving the pantry shelves unguarded, while she looked for the other cat. That gave Lester and his sisters a chance to make a raid on the leftovers. Poor Hazel, she knew she heard, even smelled another cat, and sometimes saw cat's eyes shining in a corner, but no cat ever came out to meet her. Can you hold him for a little bit more? How could she know that Mickey didn't know he was a cat at all, and that he feared Hazel as much as the mousiest mouse would? And so Mickey Miggs grew, becoming a better mouse all the time and enjoying his life. He loved cheese, bacon, and cake crumbs. He got especially good at smelling out potato skins and led the sisters and Lester straight to them every time. A wholesome and uncat-like food, said Mother Miggs to Father Miggs approvingly. Mickey is doing well. And Father Miggs said to Mother Miggs, I told you so. You can put him down if you want, yeah. Then one day, coming from a nap in the white waste paper basket, Mickey met the children of the house, Peggy and Paul. Eek! Mickey squeaked in terror. He dashed along the walls of the room looking for his mouse hole. It's a kitten, cried Peggy as Mickey squeezed through the hole. But it acts like a mouse, said Paul. It's getting a little big for the hole, I think, don't you? Yeah. The children could not understand why the kitten had been so mouse-like, but they decided to try to make friends with him. That night, as Mickey came out of his hole, he nearly tripped over something lying right there in front of him. He sniffed at it. It was a dish, and in the dish was something to drink. What do you think is in the bowl, Virginia?
Milk.
Milk. Did you just give our kitties some milk yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
You did. Did they like it?
Yeah.
Yes. What is it? Asked Mickey. Lester didn't know, but timidly tried a little. No good, he said, shaking his whiskers. Mickey tried it, tried some more, and then some more, and some more and more and more until it was all gone. He said, what wonderful stuff. It's probably poison. You'll get sick, said Lester disgustingly. But it wasn't poison, and Mickey had a lovely feeling in his stomach after drinking it. It was milk, of course, and every night. That week, Mickey found a saucer of milk outside that same hole. He lapped up every drop. You see? He drank it and drank it, cried Peggy and Paul. Happily, each morning they began to set out a saucerful in the daytime, too. At first, Mickey would drink the milk only when he was sure Peggy and Paul were nowhere around. Soon he grew bolder and began to trust them in the room with him. And soon he began to let them come nearer and nearer and nearer still. Then one day he found himself scooped up and held in Peggy's arms. He didn't feel scared, he felt fine. And he felt a queer noise rumble in his back and all through him. It was Mickey's first purr. Have you ever heard our kitties purr? Mm-hmm. Peggy and Paul took Mickey to a shining glass on the wall and held him close in front of it. Mickey, who had never seen a mirror, saw a cat staring at him, a cat in Paul's hands, where he thought he was. He began to cry, and his cry, instead of being a squeak, was a meowing wail. Who was the cat in the window?
Him.
Yeah, it was. Finally, Mickey began to understand that he was not a mouse like Lester and his sister, but a cat like Hazel. He stayed with Peggy and Paul that night, trying not to be afraid of his own cat self. He still didn't quite believe it at all. However, and next morning he crept back through his old hole straight to Mother Miggs. Am I really a cat? He cried. Yes, said Mother Miggs sadly, and she told him the whole story of how he was adopted and brought up as a mouse. We loved you and wanted you to love us, she explained. It was the only safe and fair way to bring you up. There is his mouse mama. After talking with Mother Miggs, Mickey decided to be a cat in all ways. He now lives with Peggy and Paul, who also love him and who can give him lots of good milk and who aren't afraid of his purr or his meow. Mickey can't really forget his upbringing, however. He takes an old rubber mouse of Peggy's to bed with him. He often visits the Miggsies in the indoor nest, where he nibbles cheese tidbits and squeaks about old times. And of course, he sees to it that Hazel no longer prowls in the pantry at night. Aww. Oh, I'm so fat and stuffed from eating so much in Hazel's pantry, Father Miggs often says happily to Mother Miggs. I always said our Mickey would be a good thing for the family, and he is. Look at that sweet little picture of Mickey Miggs.
Yeah. Can I show them something?
Sure.
Well,
go ahead.
It's like this little cat that I found that kind of looks like Mickey.
It sure does look like Mickey in the story, doesn't it? It's a
and
tiny
it has
little
blue
cat.
eyes.
It does have blue eyes.
It's sitting down.
And our little scout is giving himself a little bath right now. Virginia, how do cats give themselves a bath?
Well, they lick themselves.
They lick themselves to give themselves a bath.
Their
Yes.
tongues are kind of like they're kind of like a
a sponge or
like a sponge or like a hairbrush.
Yeah, they're kind of rough, right?
Their tongues look like they're
He wants to get down.
They're kind of like, they have like little like spikes on them, and then they like lick themselves to like brush them and
Yeah.
stuff.
Now, cats really don't like water, so they don't really like to take baths, so they give them their own baths themselves, right? So that story was called The Kitten Who Thought He Was a Mouse by Miriam Norton. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming with us to hear our story. Bye.